Good evening, and welcome family, friends, faculty, and honored guests to the 2020 National Honor Society induction. I am honored to be here to celebrate with you the outstanding achievements of these very accomplished students. I would like to start by congratulating our students on their induction into the National Honor Society. I would also like to congratulate all of you sitting in the audience. And on behalf of the inductees, thank you all for helping them attain this goal. An honor like this is a wonderful way for school and community to recognize and celebrate the choices and sometimes the sacrifices these students have made in order to reach this goal. At this time, please turn your attention to the back of the auditorium to acknowledge the candidates for membership to South Brunswick High School's chapter of the National Honor Society as they process to their seats.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sudarshan Srinivasan, and as a member of this year's Nhs Executive Committee, it is my pleasure to be the first to welcome the 2020 class of inductees to the National Honor Society induction ceremony. Now I ask that you please rise while the South Brunswick High School Concert Choir sings the national anthem. Thank you to the concert choir. I would now like to introduce the Superintendent of the South Brunswick School District, Mr. Scott Fetter.
First, welcome parents and families. Congratulations to our students. The one thing I'm going to talk about, I talk very quickly at this meeting because they have a 46-minute rule. You know, it's not true, 48 minutes. What we're trying to do here is talk about what's the most important thing. And the most important thing I could think of regarding the 4 pillars of National Honor Society are that it's a choice. The 200 or so of you have made a choice to meet these 4 pillars on a regular, everyday basis. Not everyone makes that choice. Yes, you're all super smart, and that's all great, and we know you do great in school, which is also a choice. But more importantly, you make the choice to be good. You make the choice to care for others, and that's why you're sitting in these seats. That's why you'll be up on the stage. Congratulations, and we'll see you up here in a few minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Fetter. My name is Mindy Virarami, and I am the co-advisor to the National Honor Society, along with Ms. Monique Ligori. To add to the welcome from Ms. Donato and Mr. Fetter, I would like to take this opportunity to recognize members from the Board of Education, as well as South Brunswick administrators in attendance tonight. We appreciate your support, and that your presence definitely shows, so thank you very much for coming. When the National Honor Society was founded in 1921, the goal was to create an organization that would recognize and encourage academic achievement while developing other characteristics essential to the citizens in a healthy democracy. These tenets of character, scholarship, leadership, and service remain as relevant today as they were in 1921. Indeed, these qualities are to be nurtured and prized now more than ever. It is a recognition of these characteristics in our young people and our reliance on them for the future that allows us to hope and to trust that the world will move forward with renewed commitment to creating a productive, peaceful existence for all of its people. For the past 99 years, the National Honor Society has enjoyed a reputation of excellence and commitment to its ideals. Selection to this group is seen as a validation of a candidate's capabilities and contributions. Its members have proven that they are capable of strong and sustained academic performance, are able to provide leadership, are of honorable and admirable character, and are willing to use their talents and skills for the benefits of others. Through school and community activities, members must maintain and extend the qualities that won them this selection. Membership is thus both an honor and it's a commitment. As members of the National Honor Society, these students will carry the responsibility of continuing their scholastic success and of being role models for everyone. All of the young men and women here tonight have exhibited such behavior and have indicated their willingness to continue to serve as role models for all of us. Therefore, I am proud to present these candidates for membership to our high school principal, Mr. Peter Varela.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, family members, colleagues, honored guests, National Honor Society members, and especially our inductees. It's an honor to stand before you tonight to present to this audience a very select group of young adults who will be inducted into a very selective honor society. But before we start the program, I'd like to ask our inductees to reflect on those tough academic times when teachers challenged you to complete something, when teachers asked you to research something, when teachers asked you to juggle multiple projects and assessments and produce something. And now I want to ask our inductees, how did you handle it? How did you approach it? Were your time management skills used effectively? Or did you look for shortcuts just to get the job done? Tonight, you were asked to invite and honor a teacher who has made an impact on you, who pushed you academically, who helped you learn the importance of accepting challenges and producing great work. And I thank you for doing this. When you think back to all the hard work you've done to gain entrance to NHS, think of the following parable and let it motivate you to succeed in the future. In ancient times, a king had a boulder placed on a roadway. He then hid himself and watched to see if anyone would move the boulder out of the way. Some of the king's wealthiest merchants and bravest knights came by and simply walked around it. Many people loudly blamed the king for not keeping the roads clear, but none of them did anything about getting the stone out of the way. A peasant then came along carrying a load of vegetables. Upon approaching the boulder, the peasant laid down his burden and tried to push the stone out of the road. After much pushing and straining, he finally succeeded. After the peasant went back to pick up his vegetables, he noticed a purse lying in the road where the boulder had been. The purse contained many gold coins and a note from the king explaining that the gold was for the person who removed the boulder from the roadway. The moral of the story: every obstacle we come across in life gives us an opportunity to improve our circumstances. And whilst the lazy complain, the others are creating opportunities through their kind hearts, generosity, and willingness to get things done. Inductees continue to meet life's challenges head-on. Successful people do not look for shortcuts. Successful people do not just complain and hope that others will take action. Successful people, like each of you, develop short and long-term goals. They study and learn. They develop and practice good habits. They are kind and generous, and they roll up their sleeves to get the job done. Inductees, as I leave the podium, I want to congratulate you on achieving this honor. And I want you to remember this quote from the Indian statesman APJ Abdul Kalam. If 4 things are followed: having a great aim, acquiring knowledge, hard work, and perseverance, then anything can be achieved. But I also want you to remember the story of the rock, that boulder in the middle of that road that one day you must travel on that same road. Will you see this as an obstacle, or will you see this as an opportunity?
Thank you, Mr. Varela. I would now like to acknowledge a special group in the audience and up in the sound booth. First, Ms. Liguori and I would like to specifically thank Mark Lalumia, as well as Tim Sweeney and his VTN crew, and our outstanding custodial staff at SBHS. You helped to make this evening a lot more special for all of our inductees, so thank you so much. The next important group are the individuals listed in the special guest section of the program. Each inductee invited someone who has been an important influence in his or her educational career. These individuals range from teachers, counselors, paraprofessionals, administrators, and coaches, just to name a few. Please join me in recognizing these role models, my friends, my coworkers. Special guests, please stand and be recognized. This year's ceremony was planned and presented by the Nhs Executive Committee. They worked really hard to put this together for all of you. This group of seniors represents the entire South Brunswick NHS membership in welcoming this year's candidates. I am pleased to introduce the first executive member speaking to you tonight, Adjoa Ansong, to begin the ceremony.
The flame you see before you represents the spirit of the National Honor Society. It burns within each young man and woman who has been brought into membership and lights the way to decisions and actions that led to success and enrichment for the individual and the community. Membership has to be earned by effective demonstration of the qualities that form the foundations of this organization. 4 of my fellow members will now review these qualities, beginning with Ria Sen.
Abigail Adams once said, "Learning is not attained by chance. It must be sought for with ardor and attended to with diligence." These candidates have all shown that they are willing to work and grow intellectually, which in life is always an uphill battle. But even after getting the grade and passing the class, do we strive to learn? Attend to each new piece of knowledge you have striven to retain. Develop a love for learning which tends to the flame of knowledge that has clearly brought you success. I would now like to ask Amini to light our next candle.
Thank you for your patience. As Phillips Brooks once said, character may be manifested in the great moments, but it is made in the small ones. As we gather today to bask in the magnitude of these students' accomplishments, we must first recognize the moments that are often not seen when a student's true character really shines. Each small gesture speaks volumes for the values of kindness, respect, responsibility, honesty, and integrity that we strive for every day as a National School of Character. We gather here tonight not only to distinguish those moments, but also to celebrate the great ones to come. I would now like to ask Karthik to light the next candle.
Leadership is much more than gaining titles. Rather, it's genuinely taking the initiative to influence and support others. Effective leaders are compassionate and understanding, while also being strong and determined. These candidates lead by example in both the community and inside our own South Brunswick schools. As leaders and as new members of the National Honor Society, you have already demonstrated those qualities. As individuals and as a whole, we are called to lead, as others have done for us. Harry Truman once said, "In periods where there is no leadership, society stands still. Progress occurs when courageous, skillful leaders seize the opportunity to change things for the better." Therefore, this induction into the National Honor Society marks the beginning of a new journey as role models. I would now like to ask Sunny to light our next candle.
Service is a helping act, a contribution to the welfare of others. It can be exhibited in many ways and sometimes hidden in small but consistent acts of generosity. True service is given with sincerity, with the purpose of helping others and giving back to the community. Dedication to service provides its own satisfaction. This satisfaction will be found in the positive reactions to your service. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." Providing service to your community will not only allow you to gain a better understanding of other people, but will allow you to gain a sense of self-realization and self-appreciation. As members of the South Brunswick community, I encourage you to help others. Make service your goal and pay the opportunities you have received forward. Now, I would like to call up to the podium one of the National Honor Society advisors, Ms. Monique Ligori.
The students being inducted tonight have been found to demonstrate each of these core qualities at an outstanding level. We are so pleased to welcome them. Our executive members will now read the names of the candidates as each new member comes up to receive a certificate of membership into the National Honor Society.
Kellen Amy, Nikita Borkar, Ishani Chetri, Alexander Donlin, Shreya Gumagatu, Jillian Kwa, Jenna Maxud, Dia Patel, Divya Penta, Pranav Reddy, Sophia Schuffmaker, Anya Smith, Gabriella Socio, Nina Squires,
Nora Abdul Fattah, Amo Oli, Lauren Allen, Danush Anandkar, Natalia Anderson, Saurabh Anumolu, Shreya Anumolu, Shania Arora, Nikita Arya, Antara Athawale, Henry Ames, Hakeem Asan, Anish Bagri, Rishabh Bajaj, Protima Banerjee, Sahara Baral, Alexandria Bias, Mamta Bangale, Anite Dwaraj, Sachin Bhatt,
Shubin Bakar, Rahul Bhatt, Anvita Batad, Romit Bomik, Shreya Bimarapu, Manas Bumakati, Janvi Borad, Udipto Bose, Sydney Botnick, Tess Boiler, Madison Bush, Joseph Carlson, Ankit Chadha, Swayam Chiraborty, Chelsea Chan, Rohan Chunragati, Suchi Chamberker, Cheryl Chen, Tejashree Chilakuri,
Shreya Kamuri, Camilla Costa, Sandeep Das, Dimitrios Dimitrakis, Tia Dinker, Ira Dixit, Alexandra Dixon, Luke Domingo, Mithil Duty, Nora Elsuri, Yasemin Gaylor, Adityaraj Gangopadhyay, Jayashree Ganguly, Anna Gleason, Akul Golkaram, Shaylee Goradia, Aditi Gorthi, Adya Gupta,
Ariani Jari, Sia Guragunti, Emma Heyman, Suhana Hari Krishnan, Jenna Heba, Emily Hall, Joshua Hung, Maha Hussein, Sophia Iqbal, Anushka Israni, Akash Jain, Disha Jain, Aryan J. Roth, Angeline James, Richard Jerry, Mahar Johal, Caroline Jones, John Joseph, Unvi Joshi,
Krupa Kabaria, Arthi Kabilan, Neha Kabilan, Dhruv Kalra, Priyanka Kanalagra, Ashika Kanchanukanta, Sneha Kandalagonkar, Nikhil Kopse, Shrihita Kariveda, Arshia Kazi, Amanda Kaiser, Thomas Kenny, Rachit Kandilwal, Zoya Huram, Vishal Koganti, Hima Kolavanu, Likit Krishnam, Vandita Krishnan, Tanaya Kulkarni,
Shreya Kerala, Niket Lakshman, Jared Laurie, Matthew Lee, Bridget Lobo, Jitin Madhuri, Aditya Magesh Kumar, Karan Majithya, Ramsey Malik, Sophia Malinsky, Hamsini Mali Shivakumar, Kirsten Mann, Ashvi Munakiwala, Anirudh Manodwara, Shreya Mandrekar, Dhanav Marupudi, Tabitha Mascabeto, Amanda Maurer, Ian McGregor, Sarah McLean, Ayush Medhiradha, Vishnu Menon, Deeptha Maruva, Simone Myers, Maya Modi, Lauren Moulter, Griffin Moscow, Ayush Munta, Aparna Muthaya, Nandita Nagarajan, Mitali Naik, Shreya Narayanan, Shreya Narsinghani, Julie Natal, Arnita Nayana, Saisha Nugura, Avanish Paluri, Jasmine Patel, Karan Patel, Mohini Patel, Ria Patel, Ruchi Patel, Ruchi Patel, Siddhi Patel. I got confused by the number. Viresh Patel, Ria Paul, Jeffrey Palraj, Suchit Petty Reddy, Isha Peer, Katrina Peralta, Vaishnavi Payeti, Ben Fan, Phoebe Pilapil, Ryan Polilan, Sia Piatti, Surya Rajan, Melvin Rajendran, Vijay Ramakrishnan, Rishi Raman, Dhanushi Ramatachandran, Adi Rane, Ruhika Rastogi, Sage Rebello, Soumya Rednam, Kaylin Roney, Adelina Rosamilia, Ronak Sani, Debesh Sahu, Nathan Shankar, Aruna Shankaran, Sania Shankashwarkar, Ritika Sharma, Caitlin Schwab, Albert Sebastian, Aisha Shah, Neil Shah, Rishi Shah, Nisarga Shashidhar, Alexandra Shah, Meghna Shanoy, Fareen Siddiqui, Isha Singh, Sukriti Singh, Samantha Spinelli, Pranavan Sriranganathan, Yashi Srivastava, Maitri Shriyash Kumar, Uzma Saeed, Roshan Talati, Abhiram Tambada, Amrita Tejuvani, Anthony Tellez, Alisa T, Shraddha Thakur, Anishka Thakur, Neha Thirumalai, Nisha Thirumalai, Dennis Sarkov, Joshua Tu, Janvi Venkatachalam, Amita Venkatesh, Tanya Varma, Shreya Vupala, Shelby Whedon, Sophie Werner, Yoel Yacob, Saiswaraj Yalaka, Shamika Yamula, Lucas Young, Claudia Zapia,
As we prepare to bring our newest candidates into full membership, the flames of scholarship, character, leadership, and service spread to ignite the light of responsibility to these ideals and the sense of obligation that binds together all of the members, past and present, in their commitment to its common goals. Inductees, please stand and light your candles. Candidates, as you take the pledge of membership, you hold the flame that is the spirit of the National Honor Society. Following along with the pledge in your program, please recite after me. I pledge to maintain my high scholastic standing. To hold as fundamental and worthy an untarnished character. To endeavor intelligently and courageously to be a leader. And to give myself freely in service to others. In doing so, I shall prove myself worthy of a place in the National Honor Society. You have been formally accepted into the National Honor Society membership. And the flame is within you, each of you, lighting the way toward your continued growth and success academically and in your service and leadership. Faculty, esteemed guests and parents, family members and friends, we are proud to present the newest members of the South Brunswick High School chapter of the National Honor Society. All right, inductees, now members, you may go ahead and turn your candle off and have a seat. I am now going to bring up my co-advisor, Ms. Ligori, to end the ceremony.
As we close our ceremony, let us take one more look at tonight's program. We can't help but notice the insignia of the burning torch, the emblem of the National Honor Society. E.J. Eaton, one of the first members of the National Council, wrote as follows: "The emblem of the society is the keystone and the flaming torch. The keystone bears at its base the letters C.S.L.S., which stands for the 4 cardinal principles of its organization: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. As the keystone is placed by the builder to hold the perfect arch in perpetual stability, so the structure of our education must be held firm and true to the purposes of life by the virtues represented in the symbol. To bear forward the searching light of truth, to lead that others may follow in the light, to keep burning in our school a high ambition for the ending values of life, and to serve. The torch is a symbol of these purposes. As we conclude our evening and head out into the night, let the light of this torch continue to lead the way for these distinguished scholars as they walk on the path toward continued excellence. Tonight's induction ceremony would not be possible without the help of our executive committee and those individuals named in the special thanks section of your program. If you are interested in taking photographs, we've set up an NHS photo corner in the cafeteria alcove, which can be used as a background for picture taking. Thank you so much for coming this evening, and you're welcome to join us after the program for our reception in the blue cafeteria. Now, if you would, please stand as we sing the South Brunswick High School alma mater. following the alma mater, please stay at your seat while the executive committee members lead their new peers as they recess from the auditorium.